Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Highruler, and on today's video we got some things to talk about, including the alpha has now been lifted. So for any of you guys who missed my previous video today, basically I kind of made a video talking about the alpha NDA and why I believe they should lift it, and literally 3 minutes after posting the video and putting out the tweet, they announced that they're lifting the alpha NDA. So what does that mean for you guys? Basically, what this means is that you're able to talk about your experiences with the alpha. You're able to give your impressions, your thoughts, your opinions. You're now able to freely talk about the things you experience. What you're not able to talk about is basically you can't post images or videos from it, which I think going back is fair. I think obviously you weren't supposed to record any of that stuff. So for them to now say, oh, you can totally post it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Having some more community footage would have been great to have, but I think just them lifting it in general, saying you can now talk about it, is a fair approach. And obviously it was the one I was pushing for. So you know what? Kudos to them for doing it. Obviously, they timed it very well after that video. So I mean, that was unfortunate. But moving on here, guys, the next thing we have to talk about is going to be a leaked character for post-launch season 3. So if you guys don't want any of that, this is your cue to pause the video, to stop it, to exit, whatever you want to do, because from here on out, we are going to be talking about a leak. So for you guys who don't know, Miller, who was probably the biggest Avengers leaker, has now started leaking stuff towards the Suicide Squad game community. Now, he's leaked stuff as gameplay details and narrative, and now he is leaking characters that we should be expecting in the first year of Suicide Squad content. Now, let's talk about who this character is, their connection to the story, and everything that Miller has tweeted today. So his first tweet is actually a quote tweet of his where he showed a picture of Deadshot with a picture on the locker. Now, his quote tweet is a thread, and we're going to break down each of these tweets and talk about what exactly is going on. So his first tweet says, meet Zoe Lon, aka Lawless. She's grown up since that photo was taken, but not enough to know better. Her and her crew are smuggling Kuluan weapons from the Metropolis invasion to steal from Gotham's elite in Robin Hood style heist. Wealth redistribution, she'd say. So there you go. You kind of have a little bit of a background of where this character is coming from and kind of what to expect there, right? So, okay, let's break down the second tweet here. So the next one says, to a certain crowd, she's a hero. Her adoring fan base never misses one of her live streams. That's the kind of popularity every teenager dreams of, but she's made too many powerful enemies to go public. The only thing standing between her and a bullet is her secret identity. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting one. We've seen Spider-Man do similar here with Screwball, and I honestly think that it didn't really go over so well with the live streaming aspect. I think a lot of people were kind of over that, so it'd be interesting to see what kind of personality that Lawless will have and how they kind of incorporate like the live streaming stuff there, because once again, I think when it came to Spider-Man, there wasn't really a warm reception to that kind of stuff, but execution is always going to be different across these different studios, and honestly, you can have the same concept, different execution, it can go over quite differently. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Now let's go through the third one and see what Miller has to say. He says that, and maybe her trusty gravity warping gauntlet. She'll need it if she expects to survive her time in Task Force X, not to mention the family drama. Lawless joins Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in season 3 of post-launch later this year. So right there, you kind of get a little bit of taste of what she's going to have. Obviously, the gravity warping gauntlet, which would be very cool to see how they kind of utilize that. And then you kind of get the feel that things are kind of rocky in that family. So what kind of dynamic will you have there? What kind of storyline? What kind of voice lines, right? So I think there's much there to be discovered later on this year. But I think, honestly, you do get a little bit of a taste of kind of who she is, what she's going for, and kind of the style of hero. And I say hero, but I mean, we are playing them, so I'm going to call them heroes, but villain that she's going to be. So honestly, I think this is going to be a really cool addition to the character, but Miller has one more tweet that we're just going to talk about. And he says, like the mysterious Arkham Knight before, Zoe suiting up as Lawless is an original machination of the team at Rocksteady, and I expect she'll similarly wind up in other corners of DC canon before long, which is true. Even though there was a character that had the title of Lawless and was in the Suicide Squad, that character really wasn't popular. I don't think anyone would really kind of know who that character was, right? So they are taking the title and the character name of Lawless and they're repurposing it for this character. And I know what a lot of people are going to say is that there's so many other characters that they would have rather have. And I know I've seen it all before. I've heard it all before, and I hear you guys. all we can expect and hope for is that this character will be fun to play, and that obviously in season 1, 2, and 4 that there are other characters that you guys are going to like that are more kind of in line with what you expect. That said, though, hopefully season 3 launches quite well. We get a really cool character, and honestly, I can't wait to get my hands on this game. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys excited for Lawless? Do you guys not care? And I can't wait to see more of this game coming up very shortly, including Insider Episode 3, which will include post-launch content included. So we have that to look forward to very, very shortly. As always, guys, enjoy the rest of your day and night. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.